Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. It's been about 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks. So what we're going to do is I need to do my makeup so I can do some more videos because it's been about 2 weeks and I need to do some work. So what we're going to do is I'll do my makeup and we'll do a little get ready with me. We'll have a little chat about my favourite subject, me. So at the moment I don't have any skincare on. I did this green clay face mask earlier because apparently it reduces redness. For the first time, not to flex or anything, but for the first time I've started getting facials. Now most of my friends are men, so when I told them, oh, I'm just going out for a facial, they thought it meant something else. Anyway, I've started getting facials because I'm increasingly paranoid about the state of my skin from all those years of partying. This is Eucerin? Eucerin? No idea. Yes, so I got this thing done called a hydrofacial, and the skin specialist lady, she said that I have mild rosacea, which I thought, well, that's just rude really, isn't it? Anyway, I've been trying to take care of my skin a little better. This also is Eucerin Hyaluronic Volume. I'm just gonna put that everywhere. I've been getting really paranoid and upset recently about how old and wrinkled I look. Also, I have a big spot here that came up today, and my period followed soon after. And I can share that on this channel because think about 80% of my audience are women, and you know, men that get creeped out by periods, grow up. We're going to let that settle in. And then I've got this also Eucerin. I think I picked them because I googled and they are cruelty free. So that's good enough for me, basically. And this isn't sponsored, by the way, though it should be. This stuff, it supposedly helps combat aging. I asked my skin people about this and they said, yes, good brand. So we need all the help we can get. So let's see, I need to do this video. I'm going to do a video talking about moaning about sobriety because that's been quite difficult recently. Very self-indulgent of me, but it is my channel, so I'm allowed to moan about things pertaining to me, right? I did try to film a video last week and it was about this, so I'm going to refilm it. But it's about this lady who married a ghost. No, she was going to marry the ghost, but then she broke up with him because he kept partying. So expect that video in a few days' time. But I filmed it last week and then I realised that I looked old and terrible and my lighting was bad, so I've had to wait for new lighting, finally putting that Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship money to good use by upgrading some of my kit for these quality videos. Aren't you guys really lucky? Right, let's try some. This is green. It would have been good if I'd had like an extra thought to follow on with that other than just, this is green. I'm just gonna massage that in. I don't know if it does much. So once that all sinks in, I'm gonna do my eyebrows first and then carve them, etc. I just use a random brown from this NYX palette. Now that I have a fringe again, it's quite annoying, so I have to constantly move it out of the way. I need to get some of those hair clips. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just done my foundation because I can't find the little flat brush to carve my eyebrows out. I'm going to take this Stay Naked Correcting Concealer by Urban Decay. I was using different concealers and foundations, but I've had to go back to Urban Decay because they're just better. Anyway, I don't think I'll bother with the other eye. Right, let's just put the foundation on. So recently I've been watching a show on Netflix called People Just Do Nothing. It's a mockumentary about some blokes who live in West London and have a pirate grime and garage radio station. And I love it. It's quite nostalgic in a way for me because half the people that I grew up with, I didn't come from West London, but half the people that I grew up with acted like the way these blokes do on this show. The other half of the people I grew up with were emos. Alright, I'm going to settle that with this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in the shade Lavender. And the main bloke on this show, MC Grinder, he reminds me so much of this guy that I used to hang out with. It's great. There's this one episode where they all, no, two of them, Grinder and Beats, take pills. And it's so accurate. You know how in TV shows and films, it's not really that accurate whenever there's like drug taking. In this episode, it is so accurate, down to like the gurning jaw and the sweat and the loved up smoke chats. It's so funny. I was like reliving my teenage years, living vicariously, watching this TV show. I love shows like that. I love mockumentaries. One of my goals is probably next year at this point, I would like to make a mockumentary about myself. Of course, who else? It's an idea I've had in my head for quite a long time though. Who knows if it'll ever come to fruition. We will see. I just caught a look at myself then in the mirror and thought, oh, that looks quite nice actually. Arrogant bitch, arrogant bitch. I bought this Stay Naked threesome of the 14-hour wear, bronzer, highlighter, blush, vegan formula. So I thought we could try this. Well, that's how it looks. Way too much. It's alright, I guess, doesn't it? Right, now let's try the blush. There's something I want to talk about, but it's a bit weird talking about these things. For me, I don't know. I think I want to be transparent and open and honest about some things, and when I'm struggling a little bit. But then the context of 2020 is basically almost everyone is struggling, and is it not self-indulgent for me to sit here and be like, well, we were Borat, my problems. But then I guess it's like when I talk about my sobriety, I like doing that because I didn't think it would be that helpful to other people. But apparently it does actually help some people, which is great. Oh. Oh, we're going for an e-girl look today. Okay, great. Oh, I think I'll just come out and say it. So, my body dysmorphia is getting worse from media, quotation mark. No, because it's not like, I don't go on Instagram and then like see other girls looking good and think, oh, why can't I look that good? Because I'm very aware that Facetune exists. It's not like that. It's not a comparison thing. Comparison's the thief of joy. It's not a comparison thing against other people. It's just, so I tried to film the video about, this is too pigmented. This is ridiculous. I tried to film a video about the ghost lady and just, I had to scrap it because trying to edit it was making me so miserable with how I looked that this is going to sound ridiculous. I felt a bit worthless as a human being because I didn't think that I thought I looked quite old and bad in it, and just that's why I got some new lighting. And for being really like this is ridiculous. Right, so this is very pigmented. You don't need a lot. I'm going in like oh god. Right, so I made an appointment the other day to go see a Botox doctor, to go have a consultation to talk about getting mini, like not full blown, not like that, but not full blown Botox, just mini Botox. And then as soon as I hung up the phone, this is really candid, as soon as I hung up the phone, I thought, oh, why have I done that? I started looking more into Botox. I didn't go into it willy-nilly without any prior research, but I read more about it, and it's, it is one of the most lethal toxins to man. And I just thought, I wasn't worried about accidentally dying because they use trace amounts, but I just kind of thought, I don't really want that in my forehead. What if I headbutt someone? Might kill them. This highlighter doesn't look like it's for me. No, don't like that. So I immediately decided to back out and pussy out because I wasn't sold on it. I didn't feel 100% comfortable, and if I don't feel 100% comfortable about something, then I'm not going to do it. I felt fine getting my lipstick. This is a mess. I felt fine getting my lip filler because it was at the dentist where I got my Invisalign done. So I felt fine with that. But this, I was like, nah. But because I'm British, I then thought, well, I can't just ring them up again and cancel that. I just rung them 10 minutes ago. They're gonna think I'm fucking mental. So I had to wait a few days to ring up and be like, oh yeah, no, busy on that day, can't do the consultation, don't worry about booking a new appointment, I'll sort that in the future. This is not working. You know, I just felt so bad about the fact that I have movement here, and I've always had a line because I'm an expressive person. I know there's much bigger problems in the world right now, of course, I'm very aware of that. You're still allowed to, your feelings aren't invalid though, you're still allowed to have a bad day or a bad time. This is a mess, I'm just gonna have to cover it with my hair. This is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna say subtle or fine line editing, but this is like someone punched me in the face with a bunch of makeup. Oh yeah, the highlight I'm using is from the Jeffree Star palette, but that's because I bought this a year ago and I need to use it up, and I obviously don't recommend buying from Jeffree Star. Anyway, I'm gonna use the number 7 by Boots, the full 360, all round incredible lashes, it promises. I planned what to say in my head about the whole body dysmorphia thing, but totally flew out the window. I don't say any of that to try to get sympathy or attention. It just took me a little bit by surprise, I guess. I genuinely, I'm not just using words either, using words, what's the point of language? As a teenager, I genuinely did have body dysmorphia, and it led to some slight eating problems, and it just kind of surprised me to feel so negative about my appearance, and it really affected my self-worth for the past 2 weeks, because I thought that I'd moved past that. Because the thing about my brain is that it won't stop. I can't just get annoyed about one thing, it has to branch off into other things. So it was, oh, you look really old, you look really fat, you need to do this, you need to do that, your videos suck, like you're not entertaining. You're never gonna be anything in the media industry because you're not entertaining enough, you're not gonna be a comedian, la 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 la. And it just built up and built up and built up. So then I just didn't bother doing any videos for 2 weeks because I couldn't be bothered to have that, battle. Again, I don't say any of that to garner sympathy. I'm an adult. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't have sympathy for adults, but what I mean by that is I'm being proactive about things. I've started exercising again, brilliant. I started therapy over a month ago, so these thoughts I was having, I've spoken to my therapist about, so I've taken proactive action. But I just thought I would be a little bit honest about why I wasn't uploading. No, it's only been 2 weeks, I know, like loads of YouTubers maybe don't upload as frequently, but I like keeping busy, and I like, especially right now, like this year considered, I like uploading a few videos a week. Oh, I'm not fishing for compliments either. I don't need a bunch of comments being like, oh, you look so nice. I'm not trying to get that. Really, no, it's fine. I mean, like, no one comes up to me in real life and goes, do you know what, you look really ugly today. It's why am I opening it like that? You know, none of my friends call me ugly or fat. My partner definitely doesn't. In fact, when I get in these moods, they say the opposite, but it's not about that. It's about me and the judgmental, critical voice in my head that gets in the way of a lot of things. I'm gonna put on some false lashes because it's been a while. These are vegan friendly false lashes. I just thought it'd be nice to try and look as pretty as I can be. God. Also, I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining about what I do, because I love making YouTube videos. It's good fun, I enjoy it, it entertains people, I like entertaining people, and I really like it. And I'm, you know, media is the industry that I want to get into, so I'm fully prepared for everything it comes with. But unfortunately, it just seems like there's this bit of almost like I don't know if payoff isn't the right word. And of course, not to mention that a lot of people have it so much harder. I can just have fun and make videos. It's not the most strenuous, like physically strenuous of jobs. But I think if you're predisposed to issues like body dysmorphia or image-based mental health issues, then having to look at yourself whilst editing for hours at a time, I think it would get to a lot of people, most people maybe, because you do just tend to pick out your flaws. It's like when you're at the hairdressers and you're just looking at yourself in that mirror for hours and you're just noticing all those new little flaws. Relatable to anyone? I don't know. But I think even Emma Chamberlain said in an interview once that looking at herself all the time in editing contributed to her developing an eating disorder. I'm not saying that I have an eating, I'm not saying that at all. All I'm really saying is that sometimes it's just not that good for your mental health. Also, I swear eyelashes on this eye always go on better than eyelashes on this eye. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I got this Mega Matte. That's it, that's the name. Also Urban Decay. Just some red, which I kind of just want to smudge a little, or like just pat. Also, I know that my self-worth as a human being shouldn't be predicated on how nice I'm looking, but it's hard to remember that sometimes. Especially when I think that I'm a lazy piece of shit about everything else in my life. Anyway, where, poor me. I'm going to use the Urban Decay setting spray, and then I think I'm going to go and... what? Straighten my hair. Okay, I straightened my hair, but I don't think there's that much different. So I do have like a full I can... Basically, I was watching a lot of New Girl one week and decided, yeah, Zooey Deschanel's hair, I'm gonna have that because I got bored of the blonde and no fringe, and also it was like a compromise. Okay, I won't get Botox, but I will get a fringe, but I can't be bothered to. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Truest statement never spoken at the moment. Follow me on Instagram. See you guys next time. Bye.